Exactly. Hey, we're live! Look at that!
Vagina boobs. And titty sprinkles.
Hello.
Full of tits.
There you go. Okay.
Can you hear me?
You can hear me? Just chill.
No,
Jesus, people. Instant gratification, much?
Jesus,
You
Did
know
you
we're
not
not
see
on
me?
No,
station,
I
Sean.
saw me talking and I was confused. It was a legitimate concern.
Did you see me bring this into the screen to adjust things?
No, I paused it already because it was being,
Okay.
like...
Not you.
Yeah.
Just
Anybody now.
else.
Drunks can slip on a wrecking ball. Oh my god. He actually did a Photoshop and put my face on it, Miley Cyrus on the wrecking ball.
Oh, yes.
Like, I was like, that's not even the worst thing I've seen today, but thank you.
Alright, hold on. Should probably bring the chimera over here.
Oh god. Oh, you missed all the Jadzia vagina jokes. It was great.
Yeah, I was the vagina of the joke. I wasn't the butt of the joke.
Oh god, happiness.
Oh, shit.
Happiness at the bottom of a shot glass.
Hold on.
Cheers.
Jesus.
Cheers.
Never gargle rum.
Oh,
Yeah, I would advise that.
Oh, that was amazing.
Dokley. I'm just making my payday steak dinner right now, so I'll be
Oh,
Nice.
God, you motherfucker.
I'll be dipping in and out a little bit.
I can't.
Got the best steak Walmart had.
I can't have steak until
That's almost
I
an
don't know when
oxymoron.
I'm starting
Oh,
fast.
Haskins actually wants to join us. Holy shit.
We'll get his self in here.
Oh, Sean, just a quick note. I found out why Blood Plus was so different than The Last Vampire.
Cuz.
Oh,
The
yes.
show came out in 2005.
Ah. Okay.
So it's actually based on the movie.
Matt Crandall says DVDs will never be obsolete, Sean.
Yeah, well.
Yes,
they
actually,
might be.
they will.
They will be eventually.
VHS
Yes, they will.
forever.
Everything goes obsolete eventually.
Yeah, Matt Crandall.
Once they start issuing more standard definition content on Blu-ray, it's done for DVD. It is
I
done.
lost my joke in the humor that was in my brain still. So
The only reason they're still around is because the Blu-ray Disc Association did not want standard definition content being the primary program of Blu-ray. They wanted to focus on high definition. Now they're starting to lax up on that, so you're starting to actually see some shovelware. Just
I believe it was a contract for a certain number of years.
Standard.
Now I'm going to try to do my lower thirds.
You're seeing standard def stuff appearing on Blu-ray solely to be able to put more on the disc, just the additional storage capacity. That will be what finally kills DVD. So never say never. It will happen, and I will bet money on that.
Blu-ray killed the DVD star.
I'll be back. I need to... well, of course they'll always be sold. There will always be an aftermarket for things. You can still buy VHS. It doesn't mean that VHS is still a viable format, you know. You can still buy records. Some people like to buy records. Doesn't mean it's still a viable format.
Yeah, especially people that go. Anyways. Metal.
What's up?
I don't know where I was going with that. I want to
Well,
know.
hello.
I want to know where you were
Hello.
last night, sir, and why you were not able to make it to Movie Gangbang.
I was trying to log on all night. No one would give me a link, you motherfuckers.
Bullshit! Bullshit!
Like, fuck you people! You fuck!
No, were you sick?
I was simultaneously sick and dealing with some bullshit personal stuff with a bullshit personal lady friend.
Ah.
So I was spraying the bowl.
Bullshit.
I was spraying the bowl with diarrhea and yelling at the same time. So it was quite fun.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you had an enjoyable night.
Yes, I did.
It's just like, you're using me. Blah, 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 blah.
You're crazy. Don't you remember the conversation we had 2 weeks ago? Yeah. That was my night. So I didn't feel that I would be humorous in a movie gangbang while spraying
Are
diarrhea.
you kidding? That's hilarious.
I think that
Be like, Metal, what do you think of the movie so far?
That fucking bitch.
Aw, you can't do a lower thirds and.
But which is a shame because I really wanted to watch Chud. I used to love Chud. We used to movie gangbang that when we were kids. We just didn't record it and cuss so much.
That's why I'm saying you should listen to our commentary of it.
Good.
Is it a good one?
Because it was a pretty good one, yeah.
Good.
Matt, my drinking buddy. Oh, how are you, Matt?
I'm well.
I miss you so much because you didn't show up last night after making us wait for 2 hours.
Yeah, I haven't had diarrhea in about 20 hours. I'm doing good.
Congratulations on your anus being free of torment and misery.
Everybody's been having that go around.
Oh, it's been insane.
Well, I always have
Speak for
diarrhea.
yourself.
Welcome to IPS. It's called Poop City. Population me.
It's called sudden poop explosion disease.
Every poop is the worst thing that's happened to me since the last poop I had. Yeah.
Well, see,
Wow.
I have IBS, but it doesn't usually flare up. Pardon the pun.
Like
Unless-
my penis?
Unless something happens, and it was I got over that bronchitis shit, and that Z-Pack just destroyed my body.
Oh yeah.
So then I've just been sick ever since then. So then I started taking probiotics to fix it,
Oh, that's gonna fuck
and
you
then
up.
that made it worse.
Yes,
and then,
it does. Yeah.
So I was reading an article about it. It's like, yeah, probiotics may mess up your intestines, but they'll recover. And then I was like, kept reading. I was like, okay, well, how long? And they said 7 days to 6 weeks. I'm like, well, fuck you, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, there are 3 types of IBS. There's the people who have basically acid reflux in their intestines. There's people with the discomfort in the intestines, and there's people who have the sudden poop disease issue, in which always diarrhea lands.
Sudden poop disease.
Yeah.
Sounds
not
horrifying.
I prefer the BS. Oh god. Alright.
They have
So-
spud.
So, guys, apparently Robocop's getting good reviews. The remake
Well,
is getting good reviews.
fuck it anyway.
Yeah.
I
Still not
don't
gonna
know
sell
why.
out. That movie is going to bomb. It is going to fucking tank.
It's gonna tank so fucking bad.
It cost $130
It looks
million to
awful.
make. $130 million. You think they're gonna make $130 million back? Bullshit.
Not in America.
130.
Well,
Oh my god.
America.
so, Matt, are you drinking tonight?
Yes, I just started drinking.
Are you gonna do a shot with me right now?
I can't do a shot right now because my bottle's
So,
downstairs, but I can go get it.
Go get your bottle. Let's do a shot.
So as you may have guessed by the 20 minutes of staring at it on the music stand, yes, I did pick up the newly remastered version of Robocop on Blu-ray today. It was $10. $10 Canadian. It's currently going for $8 US over on Amazon, which is great if you have free shipping as well. So essentially the same price. So really good deal. I took a peek at a bit of it just shortly after getting home, and it looks fantastic. This is the edition we've been waiting for.
See,
So
every
Get
year,
it.
every few months, there's that edition that everyone gets. I'm usually the last one to get it. Like Taxi Driver, I was the last to get Taxi Driver. But this time, sir, you were the last one to get it.
I know me, who's probably been a fan longer than any of us.
And
No,
had a
I'm
job
the
for
last one
any
to
of
get it
us.
because I won't be able to get it until next week, which I
I-
plan on getting that and Terminator.
I saw it in the theater. It was the first R-rated movie I ever saw in the theater. I was 15 at the time. And managed to get in with one of my friends. But
Nice.
But yeah, I was determined to see this movie because I'd seen some previews of it and a couple of reviews, and I could tell just from that, like, this is something that's really different and, worth checking out. So, and I loved it. I've loved it ever since. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, easily. And none of the sequels or follow-ups have ever lived up to the quality of the original. The second movie probably comes closest, I think. you know, but all the others, I mean, while they're fun in their own way, they're just, nothing comes close to having the depth and the just, I don't know, the social commentary and the satire and the and just the very visceral action and violence of the first one that actually adds to the satire in a lot, especially in the uncut version. And yeah, but I love it. It will always be a favorite movie of mine.
Shit. The aim copy and paste just betrayed me. I pasted the wrong link to a friend. And
so the only thing I need to pick up as far as Region 1 releases is the 4-part TV miniseries, Prime Directives, which was released on DVD many moons ago, and I see it is still available fairly cheap on eBay, so I'll probably pick that up sometime over the course of this year's acquisitions, just to round out the collection nicely. But, yeah. Robocop. Okay.
Matt,
Woo.
just a heads up. While you're under that, 7 days to 2 weeks thing, don't eat pork.
Don't eat pork, okay.
Don't eat pork. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to...
with the fork.
You want to try to stick to chicken and maybe beef.
So that pork chop wrapped in bacon that I had tonight wasn't a good idea?
Washed down with some pork blood.
That's going to come out like a fist. Because when you put the probiotics through your system, they fuck all your microbes in your intestines up.
Slade asks any old Robocop cartoons. Actually, that one, Crime Wave, that is most of the 80s Robocop cartoon, the one that Marvel and Sunbow did. There is a complete series set that was released. It's a UK set. It's never actually been released over here. That David Bunch of Numbers sent me. But there was a complete series set, but it's long out of print and ridiculously expensive. Robocop Alpha Commandos, which is the other Robocop cartoon, was actually never released over here. I think we might have got a couple episodes on VHS back in the day, but there's never been any DVD releases of it whatsoever, unfortunately.
Oh, who's making it hot? Jack it off.
To be honest, though, Robocop Alpha Commandos is completely ridiculous. It basically turns him in... It's like freaking Robocop as the Super Friends, you know. And the Marvel animated series was actually, surprisingly, a lot closer in tone to the original movie. Obviously, severely toned down in the violence department, but it still had that kind of, you know, evil OCP versus Robocop trying to clean up the streets and, you know, keep the bad guys at bay. But it was good. I liked that one. But anyway, other Blu-ray acquisitions. A few good ones this week. Didn't go quite as overboard as I did a couple weeks ago, but got more stuff coming in the mail. So I guess technically I did go as overboard. It just hasn't all arrived yet. But this is one I've been wanting to get for a while. I used to have it just in the plain Jane case version, but I really want the whole set to have the slipcovers. So I got the Incredible Hulk with the lenticular slipcover and the green case. There you go. So now the only Marvel Cinematic Movie Universe one that I need to reacquire is Thor. I still have the old slipcover for that. And what are you freaking out about there?
Robes Marvel said I hated Brick. What the fuck is wrong with you? How do you hate that fucking movie? What the fuck?
Damn.
So,
Holy shit.
Fuck you.
That's
carrying on.
actually a pretty common response.
Man.
The other one I got,
This is normal.
I put off getting this last time, and I'm glad that I decided not to put it off anymore, because apparently this particular slipcover is a limited edition, and it has already been re-released in a non-lenticular version. We got the Doctor Who 50th Anniversary Special, The Day of the Doctor, in 3D.
Nice.
This is with a nice 3D lenticular slipcover with both 10 and 11, and of course the War Doctor menacingly in the background, and very cool. So there is another version of this slipcover that is non-lenticular. I mean, it's very nice, but this is nicer. So if you've been putting off getting this special, don't put it off any longer, because these lenticular slipcover editions are disappearing fast. So get them while you can. Sadly, not a ton of extras on here. It's just got a couple of featurettes, and the 2 mini episodes that led up to it, Night of the Doctor and The Last Day. But, yeah. And then finally, Skinslip doesn't know about this one, but I don't know if he has this one. But anyway, I picked up the recent Shout Factory release, which is kind of like a Scream Factory. Actually, I don't know why this one didn't come out from Scream Factory, but whatever. Still cool. Saturn 3.
Ah, I love Saturn 3.
Yeah.
Because it's
I've never seen
technically
that.
not a horror film.
Yeah, it's sci-fi horror, come on.
Yeah, but it's more sci-fi than horror.
It's a psychotic robot going around killing everybody.
There was a vote. It was Saturn 3 or something else, and something else that was also half and half. And they voted, which one would you rather have, because we only had so many slots available on the release schedule.
But for
one
fuck's
company
sake,
and the other.
they put Ninja 3 The Domination out as a Scream Factory release. So that one out as a Scream Factory release over Saturn fucking 3. Seriously?
Yeah. They both have horror elements, so to be fair.
That makes no sense.
Either one works. No. Ninja 3's got like a possession and a demon shit, so I mean, you know, it's as much sci-fi as fucking Saturn 3. But they let the fans choose. The fans chose Ninja 3 for
They gotta stop doing that. The fans are fucking idiots. Look what happened with Dragon Ball Z. You know, fans really should not be making executive decisions because they don't know what they're doing.
I already don't want to live on this planet anymore. They're just sealing my fate on that.
And finally, carrying on with the 30th anniversary celebrations, this is one I put off for far too long. So long, in fact, that it's going to be absolute hell to try to track down the original Japanese version. But at least I got the American version complete now. We got Vehicle Force Voltron.
Yay! That's my favorite, actually.
Collection 6, Air Team. Collection 7, Land Team.
Yay!
And Collection 8, Sea Team. There you go. So all 52 episodes of Vehicle Force.
I absolutely love Vehicle Force. I love it more than the normal Voltron, but I do like both equal, like a lot. So.
Yeah, when I originally watched the show when it was originally on, I actually preferred Vehicle Force because I thought it had a much better story. It was much more like, I don't know, proper sci-fi, if you will, and more kind of space opera-y. Whereas, you know, Lion Force was fun, but let's face it, got kind of repetitive after a while. Especially in the in the middle of Lion Force in particular, it gets very repetitive and same old all the time. And then it gets really good again towards the end when things start to pick up and happen again. But,
absolutely.
But with Vehicle Force, it has it has more of an epic scale story. I mean, so they're not sort of just stuck on planet Air as like the other one was. They're all over the galaxy, and stuff like that. So I've actually been watching.
I like the diversity of it, you know.
Yeah, well, and much bigger cast too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the main team alone is 15 characters, and then you got all the other side characters on the ships and stuff like that, and then all the enemies on top of that. So, you know, it's good stuff. But I've actually been watching just while I'm trying to track down the official releases. I've been watching a streamable version of Die Rugger 15, which is actually the original uncut Japanese version. Show.
What's the proper way to say that? Is it Die Rugger or Die Ruger?
I always thought it was Die Ruger, but it's actually Die Rugger.
It's Die Rugger.
Yeah, it's Die Rugger would be, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard everybody else call it Die Ruger.
I know.
That's how you say it.
I'm just going by how the guy who sings the theme song pronounces it, so... so I've watched the first 5 episodes of Die Rugger, and sort of just skimmed through the first few episodes of Vehicle Force as well, and boy, did they ever change a lot. Like, a lot. Like, even the very first episode doesn't even begin the same way. It, like, begins completely differently from how Die Rugger starts.
Slade's got a point that Vehicle Force is more like Robotech. It's true. I mean...
Yeah, that's very true.
You know?
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
The hilarious joke about Vehicle Force is that it takes them like 20 minutes to actually form Voltron.
You know what's funny about that is the opposite is actually truer. The actual transformation sequence is very fast, and then boom, they're into the fight. Whereas Voltron, it takes like Lion Force, it takes 20 fucking minutes. They make it much more of an event. In Die Rugger, it's just like, okay, let's form Die Rugger, which is just what it's called in the original. And they're like, okay, boom, 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 boom. Quick pose, because they always do the pose.
Always
and
pose.
The power pose. And then into the fight. The power pose, yeah. I gotta check on my food, I'll be right back. But yeah, anyway, it's awesome, and I'm loving it.
Food would be good.
Indeed.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, people really don't understand, the pulp stuff anymore.
Not to jump on your Rose Marlin, but you're just wrong. This is how it goes.
Listen. I'm trying to diffuse this. You're not going to let me, Brandon. I understand.
No.
But
fuck you.
I'm just saying, like...
I do 'cause I love you.
I'm just saying that, there just aren't that many movies like that anymore. The closest you get is like stuff like L.A. Confidential, and even to a much lower degree Pulp Fiction, which honestly really isn't that much more. But
Jackie Brown was more pulp.
But
Pulp Fiction. Anyways.
Yeah, but people don't understand this, and it was a huge part of cinema becoming seen as art in the 1940s and the 50s and whatnot. It's one of the reasons that we can now think of cinema as art today in a very big way, but we don't have movies like that nowadays, so people nowadays aren't familiar with that kind of stuff, so when they see it on screen, they can't pick it out, they don't understand what it's about. So I can understand, because, I mean, not everybody liked Brick, not everybody became attached to it. It wasn't a big hit, because people aren't familiar with it. Just the same way that most westerns that are made for the theater nowadays don't sell that well. The only one recently that really did was fucking a Coen Brothers movie, and people went to go see it because it's a fucking Coen Brothers movie.
True Grit,
Yeah.
The remake of, or I guess the reinterpretation of True Grit.
Yeah, reinterpretation.
Cyber6, that's perfect.
Oh,
I respect your opinion, and you're right to have it, but you're wrong.
I've said that before. Cyber6 is literally just quoting me from the past. I'm just too drunk to be that eloquent.
I loved Lone Ranger. I will defend it to the death.
You will defend it to the death because you have nothing better to do with your life. I haven't seen it, so I can't really. We can't. When I see it, I'm gonna reserve my opinion for when we have a hangout like this. When I do live streams, we can fucking have it out on live stream.
I started trying to watch. Sorry.
Or I'll just agree with you and we'll talk about it.
I started trying to watch Men of Steel today, and I was watching it on XBMC, and every single fucking transfer was, it had like a weird flashing shimmer. Yeah, it had like a shimmer to it. And I thought at first that it was just that it was the planet exploding at the beginning. It wasn't. It was throughout the entire fucking movie. I'm like, 20 minutes in, I realized it, and I'm like, no.
It's a flaw of MPEG. Which is why Blu-rays have gone to ABC1 or ABC.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna wait until I get the Blu-ray.
Because it doesn't have those problems. This is why, if you're gonna watch something like that and that kind of important to you, you might want to just, if you're gonna legally watch it, you might as well legally download it.
But I did.
Angry down, man. I was watching
Man of Steel, but it made me so
angry. Grr.
I did notice something in the very first 10 minutes of the movie that made me go, what? And that was Russell Crowe, like, flubbing one of his lines.
Oh, no.
Basically.
He was fart acting, remember?
Well, yeah, he basically... Yeah, at one point, he's talking to Zod, and he's like, looks up, like he's looking up at something. Then he comes back down and gives his line. It's like, what are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at?
And I
someone taped his lines to the ceiling or something.
It has nothing to do with that. What it was is, in acting, if you take an acting class and you got like an old school guy, they'll tell you about this. It happens all the time. It used to happen a lot on sitcoms. And they make fun of this in Friends, where if you forget your line, you just look up and look inquisitively, smell a fart, while you try to remember your line. and remember your line to continue. It's called Smell the Fart Acting. I kid you not. Actual thing. And there's a whole episode of Friends devoted to that concept that had existed before Friends. Yeah. That's what he was doing.
Sorry for the racket on the mic there, folks.
He was doing this. What was my line? All right, my line.
So Rosie wanted a bedtime story tonight before going to sleep, and I said, okay, sure. What pick something fairly short because we don't have a lot of time, And we already stayed up a little bit past bedtime playing Lego Batman.
Yay!
And we finished all the Batman missions.
Yay!
We actually just have the bad guy missions now. But so I asked her, well, okay, what would you like for your bedtime story? And she said, okay, I'll pick something. So she sort of rifled through her books, and she chose this. Sonic Universe, issue number 1.
Wow.
So Daddy happily performed all the characters and sound effects and narration of Sonic Universe number 1 for Rosie's bedtime story.
That needs to be your new web series, Rosie's Bedtime Stories.
Totally.
It's actually, it seems to be kind of, I mean, it's a pretty short story. It's not even like a full-length comic. I think this was kind of a preview issue for the Shadow Saga graphic novel, which came out shortly afterwards. But really cool. I really liked the artwork in it. It's actually a story that features Shadow more than Sonic. You just sort of see Sonic in flashbacks, but really good stuff. Really enjoyed it. That was sent by our buddy Frank a while back, and Rosie loves it. She's been flipping through it for ages and thought it was high time she had Daddy read it to her. And then, actually, for myself, I recently picked up the concluding volume of Doctor Who, Prisoners of Time. It is the 50th anniversary 12-part miniseries featuring all 11 Doctors, well, the first 11 Doctors. And it was great. It was awesome. I actually, for the longest time, I was wondering, because one of the big mysteries of it was who the big villain is in it. And who it turned out to be, I did not see coming. I was totally surprised. Like, oh my god, that actually makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it was good stuff.
Torbeck just goes, smart-ass comment number 1. So have you shown Schindler's List to Rosie yet?
No, that's next weekend.
I don't think Rosie can handle Morgan Freeman just yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Black a Twinkie. Black.
Oh, Sean, I'm gonna send your package off next week. Thank God.
Haven't you been saying that every week for the past, like,
No,
4
like,
months?
literally this week I'll be able to send it. I will be able to send it this
Yay!
week. And I'm so excited. I told Derek, I'm like, yes, I'll be able to send it off before Rosie outgrows the shirts I put in there. Yes!
Oh. Oh, that's an interesting question, Matt. Matt says, I saw the Autobot logo on a Mazinger Z thing. Sean, could you clear that up, please? Could have been some kind of Chinese knockoff and not an official Mazinger Z item.
Uh-huh.
That'd be the only explanation I can think of for why those two things would be together. If it was some kind of knockoff toy or knockoff image. Or if it was just I don't know if it was an image or a toy. If it was a toy, it was some kind of knockoff. If it was an image, maybe just a piece of fan art. I don't know.
So, Sean, I was kicking around an idea earlier when you were doing your pre-show that perhaps we should close out the show with a game of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, God.
So everyone can see our drunken mayhem, or silly mayhem.
Yeah, we could do a couple rounds of that, maybe.
I do like the idea, but we could do that maybe as part of the 1-year anniversary show next weekend when everybody's going to be drunk, including me.
Oh.
That's a better idea, actually.
I'm okay with that, too.
What is the anniversary again?
Next Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, it's the 1-year anniversary of Saturday Night InSaNiTy. That's right.
Yeah.
Holy shit. How did I forget that?
Yeah,
we'll do it next Saturday. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, because literally, yeah, I'm just hanging out tonight, but I'm planning to get drunk for that next weekend, so.
Huh.
Yes, maybe
We all know what happens when Task is drunk and plays Cards Against Humanity. He goes on huge fucking rants about Google.
I was just watching that again yesterday.
You got so pissed off. It's like out of nowhere.
Well, and what we were saying too, we're talking about it, it's like me of all people. Like I'm, the least YouTube involved, arguably, of anybody here.
I know the only
And
videos
yet I
you
apparently
post-
have the strongest opinion about content ID claims.
I was gonna say most of the videos you post to your YouTube account are 15 seconds long and they're not even made public.
Yeah, they're unlisted. Yeah.
15 seconds. A 15-second shot of his speedometer.
Well, there's no content ID there unless
flagged.
Yeah.
Did you get permission to show that particular model car's speedometer from the manufacturer?
Speedometer?
Yeah.
And from the designer of the font on that speedometer?
Well, hey, they blocked Eminem from using his own music on his
I
own
know!
channel.
I love that.
What the hell? That's ridiculous.
Wait, okay, so they blocked Eminem from using his own music.
Yeah.
On his
That
own
is-
channel.
Wow.
On the official Eminem channel.
Wow.
Oh, this
Again,
is,
that's just the robots going crazy.
Yeah, this actually is not the first time something like that has happened. They not only they actually stopped and took down the YouTube page of Metalocalypse because it was the official from Cartoon Network, the Metalocalypse Facebook YouTube page of all their music videos. And it was up for like a week, and then it was taken down. Actually, last week I heard because they started getting copyright claims. They're like, it's ours. What the fuck?
We own it.
And then they just didn't want to deal with it, so they just pulled the channel.
That's great.
And it's like
they flagged themselves. Oh, speaking of Frank, hi Frank.
They finally did it to themselves.
I was just telling everybody, Frank. This is what Rosie chose for her bedtime story tonight. So I actually read Sonic Universe #1 to her and performed all the characters. I particularly enjoyed playing Shadow. Shadow is a badass and stoic character. I like him.
Yes, he has a very slow, kind of deep, raspy voice. Almost sexual.
Waspy.
That's right, there's a game, isn't there? I should check that out.
There's a what?
There's a Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Too, yeah. Actually, there's a sale. I don't know if it's going on in the. I don't know if it's going in Canada right now, but there is a sale at GameStop where all PS2 games are 75% off.
Only the ones that still sell PS2 games.
The
ones in my area don't
PS2
sell them
games,
anymore.
people.
Bastards.
Hold on. Ben asks an important question. Sean, have you given up on Castlevania? No, I've not given up on Castlevania. I've been working nights for the past month, and when I get home, I'm too fucking tired to do anything, much less play video games and go through all the trouble of streaming. So I've just been relaxing after work. Also, I did a full nuke and pave of the 6-core a couple weeks ago, and have not got around to reinstalling all of the Hauppauge software yet. So once I get that back up and running, I can start doing Twitch stuff again. Also, I'm back on days this month, so I'll be able to do Twitch stuff again. So it'll be earlier sessions. Won't be up quite so late, but should be able to get back to it very soon.
So do they flip your schedule each month, like 1 month days, 1 month nights,
Yeah,
or is it just
pretty
varied?
much. More or less, yeah. And weekends, when I get weekends off, is totally random. I've lost my weekends again in March. I'm going to try to get them swapped out all throughout the course of February. I did get my holiday days, though. I got my holidays at the end of the month, so...
Skin
If you're wondering what I'm eating, Cajun
Why?
Jazz Mix.
You have sex with Hachi's mom?
Yeah.
Sean, I totally just heard you say I'm eating Cajun Jizz Mix.
Yeah, that is what I said. It's crunchy and salty.
I'm eating candy jalapenos.
Okay, so
I heard you say you're eating kids' jalapenos.
There is
Just stole these off some kid.
There's a huge story going around and I really do hope. I mean, it's a really solid source, so I really hope it's true. There's some leaked information about the PlayStation Now streaming, what used to be Gaikai, about the whole streaming of games and everything. Apparently, according to a well-placed source working on Sony's streaming service, they have leaked that they are not going to focus on PS1 and PS2 games streaming to the PS4. Instead, they're going to do direct emulation. So you can play your actual discs. And on top of this, they're going to go the route of what the computer emulation has been doing. So all those awesome videos that you've been seeing online of these games in 1080p and looking fucking gorgeous, you're going to be able to do it on your PS4.
Oh, so upconvert them. So
there's standard upconversion of what the PS3 did on the 60 gig and the 40 gig models. 60 and the late 80 gig models, sorry. They did upconversion. This one
if they
the emulation.
If they implement that, that is the fucking system seller for me right there.
Yeah, if you want to see some examples,
being able to put all my PS2, PS3, and PS4 games on one system, fuck yes, that's what I want. I gotta check on my food. I'll be back.
Alright. But everyone else, if you want to, the link down there on the bottom. At the very bottom of the article is some pictures taken from Gran Turismo 4 on the PS2. And one side is standard resolution, the other one is 1080p emulation.
Can you send that to my Facebook so I can actually watch that later?
It's not a video, it's pictures at the very bottom. It's an article.
Alright, let's change windows here.
I would be down with that, yo.
It looks worthy.
And that's why Eric is saying now's the time to buy PS2 games.
Yes, that's why I wanted to interject. That's what I'm saying. If if you're a local GameStop or in the UK, your local game is starting to have a sale on PS2 games, now's your time to start collecting PS2 games.
Except that a lot of GameStops don't have PS2 games anymore.
Mine still does. A fair amount, actually.
They moved them to the more active stores. That's all they did.
Yeah, go to the bigger stores. That's generally what you want to do. The ones that are just bigger.
If you have
a hole in the wall, don't bother.
If you have access, like I luckily do, have access to the regional store of GameStop, go there. Obviously, that's their big store. That's their main hub that connects everything else in your local area. So.
I like Angry Stout, man. Like I speak.
But
Hunting Stoutman style.
No.
If it's anything like the emulation I've seen when they 1080p upconverted Shadows of the Colossus, the original PS2 version, it actually looks better than the PS3 HD remakes.
I highly doubt it's going to be that good, but even the basic
showing that it's
would be cool.
But
just
showing
playing the
that
game, that's all I care.
Oh yeah, I mean, just being able to play them would be awesome. But on top of that, talking about that, being able, instead of just doing scaling and getting all that, because that was one of the problems with the PS3, is when it scaled PS2 games, it really emphasized the jaggies. And PS2 emulation on the computer fixed those with special plugins and stuff.
So wait, PS4 is gonna play PS2, PS2, and PS3 games, or just PS1 and PS2?
It's going to play PS1 and PS2, stream PS3, and play PS4. That's what the whole PlayStation Now service is being able to stream PS3 content to the PS4.
I only own 2 PS2 games. That's the Contra game and
Shattered Soldier?
No.
Contra 4?
Yeah. And then I own Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. That's it. It's only on PS4. I mean PS2.
I think I have like maybe 10.
See, for me, this is really exciting if they actually do the type of HD upgrade version that I'm talking about. It's because I have both of the Zone of the Enders games. Happiness and joy. Being able to do it as well to PS1 games, actually, I did a video a long time ago on my old channel showing just how good you can actually make a PS1 game look. if you do the plugins and do the up conversion correctly.
Yeah, the PS4 looks, Gran Turismo 4 looks really good.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and it's basically DNRing it. In this case, it's not some big deal because there's no grain. DNR in this case is perfectly acceptable, right?
Yes,
You
it's
can tell because if you look at the very last image, there's a semi-transparent Gran Turismo logo in the bottom right corner. When it's been DNR'd, it's solid white almost because of how many pixels it's added.
That actually is emulation error. It's not actually from DNRing.
No.
Most of these cases,
all the images. That's what it is. That's what it's doing. And that's okay.
Oh.
DNR in a digital form like this, where there's no film grain to erase detail, and the details are lower like this, it's perfectly acceptable.
Well, literally
like
all
DNR,
it's really doing is...
DNR in animation is okay to a certain extent. You can't go too crazy with it like they did with the
I did do some research on exactly how the plugins work on like PCSX2 to get the HD, and pretty much what it does is when it receives the information to draw the pixels on screen, it gets the information from each of the textures and how what resolution they're supposed to be at.
Right.
And all it really does is it cleans and bumps up the resolution.
Right. What it does is it increases the size, and it takes an image and it stretches it out like this, and then it fills all the black spots that show up.
Yeah,
to make
and that's
a smooth image. That's basically the same thing DNR does. The problem is it looks like shit on a movie with grain. This is a perfect example of where it's used well. That's all I'm saying. No complaint about this.
Oh god, no. Yes, bring on the DNR in this case.
Yeah.
Good lord, DNR the fuck out of everything.
And no, they didn't go overboard either, because...
No. Well, like I said, this isn't even the best example. Like, if I truly wanted to show an example of, like, PS2 versus 1080p emulation, I'll find it maybe later and we'll watch it at the end of the InSaNiTy. I will show you guys Shadows of the Colossus doing 1080p PCSX2 emulation on a PC. It actually kind of puts the, like I said, the PS3 HD remakes kind of puts them to shame when it comes to quality and just how sharp the image is. Holy shit!
Oh god, Zach, shut up. I made it very clear that it doesn't work in movies. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Justin messaging me? Just say something. Oh, it's the geeky thing for movie gangbang. Right. And I totally missed it. Zoom tight.
Bless you. I think.
And,
bless you.
What was I saying?
Hear that even without the headphones on.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to do my Netflix picks this week, so I'll just start for next week.
Yeah, I didn't do mine either for my channel.
You were too busy being turned on by me, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. And playing
Allow me to take this one. A random Xbox asks, what the heck is DNR? I'm lost here. DNR is short for... No.
Okay.
I just said, let me take this one.
I was going to even
It stands for...
Yes, it stands for Digital Noise Reduction, and one of the reasons it pisses us off so much is when it is used excessively on a Blu-ray release. Most commonly, it is used to reduce digital artifacting and things like that to clean up the image. But misused, it is actually, and we've seen this far too many times, it actually is used to scrub out the natural film grain of a film-sourced image.
And detail.
And in doing so, removing the fine detail, because it's the grain that gives you the image. It's the grain that gives you the detail in a film image. So they scrub it all out to make it look all smooth and pristine and quote-unquote high def. But all it does is make it look like a smeary, waxy, shitty mess.
Correct. And
completely destroys the whole point of having it on Blu-ray in the first place.
But here's the thing: what we were doing, we were talking about how they're doing the up-res of the PS1 and PS2 games. It's because they're using DNR, the same technology, to reduce the digital artifact, in this case the jaggies, and make a smooth line. Because the image is already lower quality, you're not losing it. It's not losing details. It's literally taking the image, upsizing it, and filling in the black, which is what DNR does. But DNR on a movie will just remove, it takes, it obliterates detail. On
Well,
a game, that's a standard quality game, it fills in and makes it smooth, and makes it look good, and that's the difference.
Well, with a video game, also, I mean, if it's a 3D game, they could increase the polygon count to get, better resolution.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, so if you put your PS2 game disc in, it's not going to increase the polygon count per se. It's going to
but you'll have much cleaner edges. Like it's like when you would take an old PC game, like say Quake or whatever, and you could play it in 640 by 480, so it would run on your 486. Or if you had one of those brand spanking new Pentiums, you could crank it up to 1024 by 768, and it's still using the same textures and everything, but it looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot.
It's all about
crisper.
Pentiums.
Yeah. So it's the same principle basically with the.
It's using the same technology, but it's using it in the correct manner to make an image that doesn't actually have information there, and add in and making the information present by.
Well, because with
information.
With real-time rendering, you have more playroom there because it can just adjust. But the problem with upconverting, video images is that is a set resolution, that is a set quality. You're not going to magically create more quality out of it by putting it in 1080p. It's still going to be a 480p image, just on a 1080p display, And all upconverting does is basically just sort of smooth over the pixelization so it doesn't look so shitty on a high-def TV.
The upconverting technology is the same concept as the DNR. They're just using it in a much more responsible level, And that's the thing, is they're responsible to use DNR. In case of like an animated film, it's used to help correct some of the black spots that show up when you're hand painting a cell or whatever. That shit's fine. But then you can also misuse it on that by doing what they did with Oliver and Company, make it look like it's a fucking watercolor movie. Like, what the fuck?
Ryan Chataway says, my third annual 24-hour movie marathon is coming soon. Number one rule, no messed up DNR films.
Yay!
Roth Sathi says, as an example, like the Blu-ray remaster of Predator. Yeah, that's become like the textbook example of how not to use DNR, and Fox still refuses to change it. Manic says, misuse DNR. Funimation's remastering. I assume specifically referring to the new Dragon Ball Z sets. Yes, they are horrible.
Yeah. Some Disney titles have been DNR'd badly, and some have been DNR'd well. So, it's really hit and miss with Disney. And before, we were like, oh yeah, just buy Disney. They're going to be great quality. And then suddenly, the last year or so, it's been like, that's a terrible release, that's a terrible release. What the fuck happened? What happened, Like, God.
Thanks, guys. Funk Mug says Sean needs to do the 24-hour marathon this year. Ryan Chataway says he did it the first year, and it was amazing! Well, thank you. Thank you, both of you. I meant to do it last year, but there's too much shit going on last year. I just couldn't do it, so...
This year, we should do it together. Online!
No. Do it all individually, then we get more movies. And we get our own personal flavor on each one,
I'm going to attempt to do it sometime this year.
Yeah.
Attempt. The first time I tried it, I pushed out like halfway through.
Really?
Yeah.
The 12-hour point?
I still have video that I never put together from it, but...
Yeah. It's funny, then the second one, they said you can take it over several shorter chunks, so you could actually do a movie marathon over like 2 days or whatever, 3 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Ryan will keep that rule, because that's very helpful for some people who can't do it in one big chunk.
Well, that's old farts.
Yeah, like the old farts, yes. I'm gonna do mine live on YouTube, so I don't.
It's also hard when working full time and finding
that's
time
true.
to do it.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Being a dad on the weekend. When I was unemployed, it was no problem. I could do shit whenever I wanted, but...
Your video was the most epic because you just had like all these fucking problems. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
I had to build my computer. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Like, holy shit. I watched the whole movie-long one, too, by the way.
It's like 4.5 hours, I think, total. Something like that. It was huge. Yeah. I tried to keep it interesting by just keep talking. But, yeah, it was funny that I called it a day in the life, as if this kind of thing happens to me every day. But no, thankfully.
I'm gonna do mine live on live stream, and I'm actually gonna call it 24-hour movie marathon, A Day in the Life of Skin Slip. It's basically all I do all day is in front of the damn computer doing shit. Like I run the whole social media end of like 3 different accounts on Twitter, and
Right.
you know, I do all sorts of other random things on the internet to keep myself busy and earn money here and there. So.
Alright, I will be back. I think my food is done. It's smelling delicious.
Delicious. Oh, Jetsia, I want that so bad.
I know.
I want you to have that so bad.
It, like, if on Amazon, it's fucking like $50-something.
Yeah, it's an import. It's not bad at all.
Well, it's
For 3 movies.
yeah, I know, but $50 is not really what I want to
And a
pay.
steelbook.
So. Yeah, I know, but I would rather pay like much cheaper.
Yeah, you can get it much cheaper here in America on Blu-ray.
Yeah, but I want the steelbook with
Yeah.
the trilogy. It's pretty.
Is it region free?
Yes, it is. The
Yeah,
seller
$50 I
actually
do.
has a pretty good bit of steelbooks.
Huh. Looking through pictures of Shadows of the Colossus, and I came across a link called Geek Porn,
Warlock.
and it's
I love that.
G33K.
Taxi Driver steelbook. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, the Robocop steelbook too. That one's pretty.
The one I'm hoping to get this year, but probably gonna have to save up a bit for it because there are other things I need to get as well. Princess Mononoke Blu-ray.
Yep.
It's gonna cost $75.
Terminator.
What? Seriously?
And
The Terminator 2 Blu-ray is gonna cost $60. So.
Oh my gosh.
So
no, the reason
imported
it costs so much,
expensive.
it's imported. They're only releasing it in Japan right now. So
I've got like maybe 4 Hayao Miyazaki on Blu-ray, and the rest are on DVD. So I've got what is it? Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, My Neighbor's Totoro, and Secret of a Ready on Blu-ray.
Yeah, what the hell? God damn it. Fucking hell.
You okay, Sean?
he's having
What?
Sean moments.
God. Hold on.
You okay, Steph? You gonna be okay?
You're gonna be okay.
Hold on.
Say the
You're gonna be
goddamn
okay.
fucking words.
Say it with me. Say the words. You're gonna be okay.
There, okay.
You're gonna be okay.
God damn it, Swag! Look, I want
Food.
my fucking gift card.
Oh god, the food. Ugh.
What is going on with my camera?
I know it's flickering, right? It's crazy.
I know. Just kill it.
Yeah, kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire. Yeah. Alright.
All right, who else is watching the Super Bowl? Well, I mean, Super Bowl. Watching, I mean, like not paying attention to the commercials.
I'll be watching the
I don't
trailer.
watch it.
I'm going over to my.
The Super Bowl?
No, Superb
Isn't
Owl.
that hippie festival?
I'm going over to my sister's house, and we're having chili Colorado. That's all I'm there for.
I'll
Colorado?
probably.
What's that?
Cool.
Really? Out
Yeah, I've
Never
never heard of it.
Yeah,
What is that?
I don't know it.
God
chili
damn
in
it.
Colorado.
Please enlighten us. I'm guessing
what-
it's amazing if you're making a
what's-
special trip for
It's
it.
a kind of a beef and a red sauce.
Hmm.
Let me hold on. Let me find a better explanation for it. It's a Mexican dish. I do know that.
I got it.
Chili Colorado.
Hence the Colorado part.
It is. Let's see. Tender, juicy chunks of beef slowly simmered in a delicious, authentic Mexican-style chili red sauce. The sauce is made from a blend of dry and fresh chilies, onions, and peppers. More specifically, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, salt, and other stuff. But and you put in let's see, the Anaheim chili, green peppers, jalapenos,
Jalapenos.
jalapenos, jalapenos.
I just want chili
Yes.
with like a ton
Cumin.
of sour cream and cheese.
I mean, in a nutshell, it looks like these.
He's looking for pictures.
I'm looking for pictures. Looking for a good picture of one, not just a bowl of red sauce with some lumps in it.
Okay, sorry. I still had it stuck on me.
But I am stuck on Band-Aid.
I'm just gonna.
Germs
I'm
don't
just
stick
gonna
on
chill
me.
out.
So that's what it looks like right there.
Room.
Link.
My parents are Seahawk fans, so I'll just sit there in the chill in the living room on my phone and tablet until the commercial breaks and watch the commercials. Fuck that.
That looks good,
Oh.
yeah.
It actually does look good, yeah.
And you usually eat it. You make a taco,
Mm.
and my dad's making homemade tortillas.
Yeah. You can tell I did a nuke and pave recently, eh?
Absolutely afraid of nothing.
Yeah. The
Ooh.
default
Now,
wallpaper.
since you're showing pictures, did you see the link just above that I sent?
I'm looking at it now.
That right there is a PS2.
Fucking goddamn it, ads! Get out of my face. Sorry.
That is a PS2 picture of a PS2 emulated game in 1080p.
What the fuck is that? Go. No, go away, Asian violin lady.
What, like the sad violin?
I don't know what it was. I don't care. Just trying to look at a picture and I'm getting bombarded.
Ruff said, what that Winamp in my amp was. And I have to say that actually Winamp's coming back finally. A company bought.
Are they?
Yeah, somebody bought the assets for Winamp and are re-releasing it.
Awesome. And does anybody care at this point?
No, because everyone else everyone else uses FooBar or VLC or something else.
Or both.
Or fucking Windows Media Player, because fuck that shit.
I want to know what he saw. No, this is MP3 tag. It's an MP3 tagging program.
Yeah. For God's sakes, bro. Chill.
Similar icon. It was probably developed around the same time as Winamp, so they made the icon look similar. The whole program.
FooBar 2000 is the best and most flexible audio player I've ever fucking used. Plays everything under the sun.
Well, that's the one you're always showing me.
Yeah, and if it doesn't play it, you can get a plugin, and the plugins are super easy to install. So, including Ape Audio. Fucking hell, who uses Ape Audio? Jesus.
Well, hold it, Patrick. I wouldn't say fuck ads. I mean, ads keep the internet free, and I appreciate that. Fuck the ads that interfere with the natural experience of, doing stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fucking intrusive ads.
Intrusive ads, yes, that's the term.
Like if I have to click through an ad or through a page with an ad on it to get to an article, whatever, that's fine. You just don't like the ones that are like, by the way, have you heard of the? I'm like, fuck you, stop talking about your Billy Mays. What the hell? I thought you were dead.
Or the ones where you try to close out of it is, are you sure you want to leave this page? Yes, I'm fucking sure. Don't ever ask me that, ever. If I accidentally click away from something that I want to be on, that's my fault for being stupid.
Jeff says, Asian violin lady's got to eat. Cut her some slack. Oh, God.
He also said, one day we can hear Asian violin lady on Winamp. This steak turned out really good.
Oh, Haji. Haji is now sleeping garbage gamer. I'm awake. Is Skin Slip done talking yet?
He did earlier where he goes, "Shut up! I'm trying to sleep."
Oh God.
Yes. I love how everybody stops talking when I start slapping my face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The fuck just happened? What is going on? What? How about what? How about what? The whole thing better not have just fucking crashed, I swear. Fuck this, I'm just eating my steak. It'll be fine. It'll come back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Ah.